Hey, so I'm now in Staples, me and Sophia, and I'm in their little desk area, and so I'm gonna see if I can get a little work done here because, as you know, I have not been in my house because they're doing mold remediation. I am in a condo association. It's just crazy how people, when they get any little form of power, how they take advantage of it. Just excuse me, I am not looking my best, and I don't have time to be putting makeup on and lip gloss and all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing all that. This is what it is. I don't have a stable place to stay. I'm at the point where I may end up having to stay in my bus. There's no bathroom in that. It's not even set up to be living in it, but that may be where I might be staying because my association, the board I'm on, of 9 people, they're retaliating against me because of the things the previous board didn't take care of and that they didn't take care of or address. And so now they're pushing a narrative like, oh, so you're going to have the homeowners do a petition and you're going to have your roof done and they're not. No, I said that. You did not pose to the community. These are violations that the city mandated you to do the roof because the roof was built without decking. And I got a ton of holes or roof leaks in my unit. And Sophia up there. And this over 2 years of request. Most people, when they buy condominiums, they don't realize how important it is to read all the bylaws, all the docs, even be educated in what a condominium is. Unfortunately, our community is 1 story, 1 family under 1 roof. We do have some that are connecting wall to wall. So they can range from 3 units connected wall to wall, but they still under their own separate roof, or 2 units wall to wall, still in a separate roof. And then we have some units who are not connected to units at all. They're standing alone units. I believe our legislation, our Congress people, our commissioners, our state attorney general, all these bodies that govern over condominiums need to look at the ones who were allowed to let the declaration of the development become a condominium. We shouldn't be one. We should be a townhouse, because no matter how you try to, I'm gonna use the word slice it. You try to say that, oh, the association is responsible. The association is just put in place to manage it. Make sure they do their due diligence and contractors, making sure warranties, all those things, make sure whatever the needs of the communities are met reasonably, you know what I mean? So now that you are saying to the homeowners, or you're saying in emails back and forth, they are so ridiculous, that, oh, we all need some skin in the game. So at what detriment? A lot of our homeowners are senior citizens. A lot of the homeowners may not have any immediate damage to their homes or immediate issues to their homes. We've had so many storms where me just surveying the community, everyone don't have an immediate issue. And then we have some homeowners who, if they do, allow them to get their roofs done. Because you want $48,000 for a 1,500 square unit for roofs, that $50,000, and if we pay into a loan, which they want for $5 million, with $5 million, $800,000. The $800,000, $250,000 of that is a bond that the contractor should have. Now, explain this to me. How does a board give a contractors who did my roof, that if I hadn't gave them something to me getting quotes for my own roof personally, me got a quote for my own roof. If I hadn't gave that to them to say, hey, before you come in here trying to price gouge our community, I've already got a cost at $33,900. Now, I can't say what other people on the board went and fluffed those numbers by asking for so many additional things. I didn't ask for gutters for my unit. I did not request to move chimneys or remove my fireplace or remove skylights and move them over here and do all these extra things. Just replace my roof. I don't have any decking. I don't have an underlayment. It's just bare tiles. 2 years of me requesting, can you have a structural engineer come? Can you have an engineer come, someone to review this? Not the maintenance guys who can't put a toilet in, who can't do drywall, who can't do tile. No, not Tweedledee and Tweedledee. I got a tooth missing, I bit a cherry, whatever. But if you don't like my missing tooth, I'll take donations. You can give me a whole new one. But anyway, so I guess I'm looking at myself so I see it. I'm just overwhelmed right now. So right now they're supposed to have a board meeting. I'm recused from it or something where I can't vote on it. And what's so crazy is that the homeowners are only allowed to be on the board, and we don't get paid for that. Now I can't say what other people might not get none of the table. I ain't a part of it. But how do you advocate for yourself while you're on the board? They're trying to make it seem like I'm looking out just for me. I'm looking out for my investment. I'm looking out the fact that this is a condominium, and these things that's wrong with my unit they haven't had a roof in 44 years with no decking or underlayment. Where does that happen? And you're telling people who live in the community, oh, our roofs are good for 100 years because there's Spanish cement tiles, and in Italy and the UK and Europe or wherever that's not Florida, where we get tropical storms all the time, they can last forever. Now understand, the outer surface of the roof does not protect the inner dwelling. You need decking and you need the underlayment all together. So when I had a violation from the city, well, I reached out to the city, of course, and they came and looked at my property. It's not under code. How long on the board did the previous board members know that the conditions of the roof? We have one circle, which is the show circle, who has the decking. Now, what would be the cost for them? Do they have to remove the complete decking, or are they going to re-screw those the decking that's there, and then add the underlayment and then the top? How much does that cost? It's not $48,000. Even for mine, you want to put it was already recommended that they make an insurance claim. You didn't make an insurance claim. And what's going on right now? We have adjusters who are, for the Ian storm, looking at our community to see if we can get funds from that storm for our community. They don't even want to wait for that. Explain to me, why would you want to blanket a whole community of people? Some people can pay, and most people cannot. Not in the time frame you're giving. You're giving them by this is November right now. This spun out in, I guess, September. I may be wrong. Maybe September, October. Let's say September. This was kicked out. Now, they have been going back and forth, working on it, but they didn't give any real numbers in time frames. So people are like, hey, you want me to give you $7,000 in the beginning of the year of 2025? You want to give you $3,500 first and then another $3,500? I don't know if most people out here, maybe everybody out here got $3,500, and I'm not out here on internet trying to floss or pretend I have all the money like you see people on the internet doing. Like, they're trying to make something like everything is super gravy, but they're on there still chasing that money, right? But you wouldn't know what's in their bank account. But anyway, we do have some people in the community who has, maybe they bought multiple properties and now they're older and they've sold, so they have it, they can, but they don't agree with the price. They don't feel that the price is accurate, so they feel uncomfortable with giving their portion up, and if other people default on the loan that's being put on their unit. So you have a lot of owners who are in their 70s, 80s, who they may have paid off their unit, but their income debt to ratio is not going to afford them $48,000. So we as a board didn't sit down at the table and look at how to roll this out to the entire community. The president nominated one homeowner who's not on the board as project manager. Now, this person doesn't have any general contractor experience. They don't have any large project or roofing experience. They're not a structural engineer. None of that. And I'm like, why is she nominating this woman to be over this project? Now, she's a data analyst. She can make some spreadsheets and do some scheduling, but she does not have any experience with contracts. Negotiating. If you are in America today, everything with this inflation, everyone is throwing up prices, like making them extremely expensive, right? And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like tired and thirsty and hot. Me and Miss Dog been in the car all day. I got to keep the dog with me everywhere I go because I don't have anywhere for her to go. Can I afford to pay my mortgage and pay for another outside place to live and pay my dues and pay my thing for my car, my insurance? I can't afford to do all that at this time. So, I'm ranting because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And I'm trying to hurry up and get this video done so I can go get on my computer. But I'm about to work on some stuff. Anyway, I didn't even lost where I was. It's just, when I tell you it's a complete mess, and I did not know 3 years ago when I purchased this unit, I think it's almost 4 years now, I did not know what was involved in the condominium. I won't say that condominiums aren't good for certain people and certain lifestyles, but you have to make sure you have the money for this. It's not for the faint at heart. It's good for attorneys, real estate attorneys. If you're a real estate attorney, you could live in a condominium no problem, because you would know what to do if the board doesn't do the things that they're binded by law to do for you. If you someone who sitting on $1 million, I'm talking about from my community, you would be able to deal with this with no problem. But the average person that's in my community, they can't. We have some people who have 4 units, 2 units investment because they bought when the market crashed, or they bought when it was very, very low. Now you have homeowners who bought when the market is high, and now they're upside down in the units. So again, either my board of directors, and it may not be all of them. It may be the ones who are close to the management company, because I had a manager from my management company ask me twice about investors, and do any of the homeowners want to sell to investors. That's who's reaching out to people in my community, because they've already can see our dues has significantly went up. Our dues when I first moved there was $345, $365. Then last year it went up to from $345, and then went up to $40 more, $385. And then from $385 you go up to $580. So that means $580 a month plus whatever your mortgage is, plus your whatever other costs that you have in your life. I'm not gonna go through every cost, but you're alive in the world, But anyway, so now when I tell you, it's just crazy. They don't want to give me a hotel. And the contracting company, I've been out my house over 10 days now. I still got to pay a mortgage. And they've removed they found mold in my house. I forgot to mention that part. They found mold in my house, and that means in the insulation, they got sprayed in the whole attic. It was in my ducts. Now in our bylaws, the condominium is responsible for the ducts, the electrical, the piping, plumbing, piping, whatever, and all outer structures of the unit. But understand, they do not own it. They just have, because it's a condominium, they own the responsibility of maintaining it, but all the homeowners, we collectively share in the cost. So I'm confused on why they want to stay a condominium. Because the way our structures are built, they way over their head. They're 44 years of not being taken care of properly, not being budgeted for properly, not looking into the future. It's just crazy. And they're making it so that it's hard for people to even try to sell them. Yeah, they're making it so it's hard for you to even, without losing. Of course, you can try to sell it, but look at the market today and all the controversy with condominiums. Who is going to just right off the rip want to get into a condominium, even if they're paying $200,000, because they're going to be other assessments because of other things. Until we are not a condominium anymore in a townhouse community. And the thing is, people saying, well, you want to put all those responsibility onto the homeowner. It's the homeowner's responsibility going to be anyway, because if the board gives us a price, we still got to pay what they say. If I'm just a homeowner by myself, I can get a better deal on my roof. I can get a better deal on painting my outside of my unit. Now, they can probably keep with the painting, but they don't need to be dealing with the roofs. Now, we can set the criteria for the contractor and all those things and all the specs that needs to be in place when you choose a contractor. They have to probably, meet the qualifications. Okay, I get it. But when we do anything for a big project in our community, please understand, the contractors gonna come and they're gonna highball us up there because they feel like, ching ching, we hit the jackpot. We about to come in here and get charged some ridiculous price. And if no one's on the board has any really no experience in negotiating contract, we gonna get it. How do you give $50,000 to a contractor to hold the price of materials? They don't get the materials from Home Depot and Lowe's. What are we talking about? That's wholesale material. And you mean to tell me a contractor that's been in business for a very long time can't negotiate their materials with a wholesaler? And we don't even have the money to do the project. Unless someone's lying and they've already gotten the loan. Unless someone's lying. I tell you, when I say it's a complete mess, it is a complete mess. And I do love my little place, I tell you. It's really unique. It has its own little pool. It has a fireplace, which you don't have to have a fireplace in Florida, but I love it when it gets 30 degrees here. It gets cold when it gets like January, February, and December. This weather switches up real quick. I don't know, it's because they always shooting missiles into the, not missiles, but shuttles into the atmosphere, fucking up shit, but excuse my language, but yeah. But anyway, I only have like a good 50 seconds left into this video, but I'm just trying to document my journey and having mold in my condominium and where I am with it. I don't know when I will post these things, but yeah. So let me get back to work. I know I said a whole lot. I probably seemed like I was rambling, but if you're a condominium owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When people get in over their head and they can't manage the community. So yeah, this is Shay, multifaceted. See you later. Say bye, Sophia. Look at her. All right. Peace.